In this Golf University tip from the pro, I'm with Shane McHenry at Murray Downs Golf and Country Club, where he's going to teach us about the importance of a good putting routine. But before we start, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that I can notify you every time a new episode is released. Plus, at the end of this video, I'm going to teach you how to lose 4 shots or more from your handicap in 3 months or less. But before I do, let's find out about the importance of a good putting routine. This tip from the pro brought to you by Golf University, the world's premier golf improvement program.
Today we're going to talk about the putting yips, what that means to an average golfer and what that means to professional golfers. We've heard all sorts of stories about putting yips and what it's done to people's careers or what it's done to people and what sort of a whirlwind that's put them on with changing putters or changing grips or changing styles and changing this. It's in my opinion actually that the putting yips or the chipping yips or any yips for that matter don't actually exist. They only really exist when something's not quite right, and that's something that I've found from personal experience, having had an issue with it or believed I had an issue with it myself, is your grip's too tight. It's as simple as that. If your grip is too tight and you've got a bit of white knuckle fever going on here, everything's tense. Right now, if I'm holding that as tight as I can, everything feels tense in me all of a sudden. My shoulders, my forearms, my wrists, my hands, my fingers. And if we've got a fear of, oh my God, I hope I don't do this again, well, straight away you put yourself into a negative mindset. So if we're holding it as tight as possible and we start then making a move or we start then motion, well, motion is muscle contraction. That's what motion is. So if you're too tight and you start let's say your practice putting stroke or your stroke with the ball, once you've started, you will contract again, which will tighten them up again, which will then give you a feeling like you've had a firecracker or something go off in your hands somewhere at some point, either just prior to or right on contact point. So if you feel like you've got the putting yips or something's firecrackering in your hands, what we need to do is feel the heaviness of the putter. So if you feel you do have an issue, I would certainly recommend a heavy putter, maybe getting some lead tape on your putter to really heavy it up, and then softening everything. So really relaxing your shoulders, really relaxing your forearms, definitely relaxing the tension of your grip, and getting the putter to feel heavy. Now, if you've been putting with a short poppy stroke, well, that's fine, but you may have to adjust that to something a little bit smoother and a little bit bigger. So a slower putting stroke and a slower rhythm means a bigger stroke. A shorter putting stroke means a faster rhythm. So I'd certainly look to go slower and heavier, and really feeling like the putter's just sort of swinging on its own. Although you're using your shoulders to get this to happen, you really need to feel like there is the pendulum. That's what everyone's referring to when they're referring to a pendulum. So I'm going to go ahead here, and regardless of the result, I really couldn't care less, quite frankly. That's usually when you putt your best. We're going to feel heavy. Heavy putter. We're going to stay on the move by just gently tapping the putter behind the ball. If you have any fear of accidentally touching your ball, well then move your putter a centimetre behind the ball. There's no rule that says you can't do that. Tap, tap, tap a few times. Stay in motion. Heavy and heavy. Regardless of the result, I'm still happy with that stroke. I never felt as if I had a firecracker going off in my hands, and there was certainly no yip element. So like I said, yips come from gripping the putter too tight to begin with, fearing the outcome, and trying your best to control it. So give the control up, jump on the practice putting green, get a heavy putter in your hands and make it even heavier by means of holding it as light as you possibly can. And then do your best to get your big muscles to do the work for you rather than the small muscles that might jitter about and firecracker on you. I hope that gives you more confidence. I hope that helps alleviate some tension with regards to the yips. Like we said, if you're not holding the putter tight and you're not fearing anything, there's no such thing as the yips. It's just a nice heavy putter swinging and rolling your ball. I hope that helps your consistency. I hope that helps with yips. And I hope you feel better about putting.
Well, there it is. I hope you enjoyed this Golf University tip from the pro. Remember to ask a question in the comments below if you need even more help, and feel free to share this video with your golfing friends. As promised earlier, I want to help you easily and effortlessly lower your handicap by 4 shots or more. So I want to invite you to join our Search for Scratch program, which has been designed to help you find out how good a golfer you can become if you are trained with the best coaching model, practice plan and course management system, all whilst developing a champion golfer's mindset. For more information and to become another one of our success stories, visit searchforscratch.tv/search4scratch program or click the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, commenting and sharing this video, guys. I look forward to supporting your golf improvement in the Search for Scratch program.